Alright everybody, let's hop back into elementary school and put on our problem-solving caps and actually learn how to solve problems, right? A little example before we get started. So, I represent me in this example. This little container here represents everything I'm holding on to, and these little candies represent my problems. So here's how you solve your problems. As simple as that. I have to clean this up. What's going on everybody? Welcome back to Moon Days with Michael. I'm your host, the World Art Triangle Michael, and I am cutting out the esoteric middleman and giving you the tools you need to connect yourself right to the source. Now I might have some wings, but I promise you this, I am not a miracle worker, so do not expect to be watching this video and have all your problems solved, but I will do what I can. How to solve your problems. It might be as simple as just dumping them all out like I just did, just letting it all go. Let it all go, walk away, freaking forget about it.
Forget about it.
Sometimes it's that easy, and sometimes it's not. But the main thing we need to keep in mind here is that I'm going to be speaking for everybody in this one. Just hear me out on this one, okay? Okay? Just hear me out. Sometimes we do it to ourselves. Sometimes the problems could have been avoided and we're the ones that actually caused it. You ever think about that?
No.
Now this is very easy to see. If you think about a certain problem, you can look back at the situation, realize when it started, realize when it turned into a problem, and realize at the point where you started lying awake at night, starting crying and thinking about why it's a problem, why it shouldn't be a problem, and how you wish everything would just be okay. Sometimes we be holding on to things, a tiny little pebble starts to become a ball and chain that starts weighing us down, and well, to be honest, we attach it to our leg in the first place. We overwhelm ourselves, start forgetting how to think, analyze, feel, and move through different situations, thought forms, patterns, feelings, and experiences that we're going through, and actually realizing why they're happening in the first place. We start getting lost, start looking to other people for the solutions, yet we realize we have the solutions, we just don't want to admit it. Now don't get me wrong, it can be hard to detach ourselves from these situations, these problems, and actually look back and understand that, hey, this was a problem that shouldn't have been a problem. We were too lazy to avoid it. We maybe missed something along the way, or we just didn't even care. Sometimes we just can't detach and actually look back and realize that, hey, I did this to myself. And that's okay.
It's not okay. Don't do it again.
Anything can be a problem. Anything cannot be a problem. This is totally up to you. I'm just giving you guys basic examples, basic outline of what's going on, right? But sometimes other people come in and they start messing with our shit. They start creating problems for us for no damn reason. Why? Because they like causing problems for everybody else? Because they got no stability of their own. Now, when that happens, you have a couple options with that. You can either handle the problem, you can detach from the person who even gave you the problem, just be like, no, deal with it yourself, which, typically is the best course of action, but sometimes that isn't possible. I'm speaking from experience. Now, you should probably just call this person out on causing the problem when they shouldn't have caused the problem in the first place. Like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? Like, makes no sense. You're making everything difficult for everybody else. Are you that insecure? You got to make everybody else feel insecure? Because it ain't working. We can all see it. You're doing this and you're making yourself look stupid, so you might as well just stop. And in that case, it's pretty easy. They caused the problem. Why do you have to deal with it? You don't. As long as everybody else can see that, then you're all good, right? Now, don't get me wrong. There are some cases where things just happen in life. There's nothing you could do about it. There's nothing that you did to cause it. And you just have to keep moving on through that experience, hoping that things will be okay. Keep working, keep grinding, or just waiting for the time where something can happen where you can actually deal with it. But the main point of this is actually to show you that, hey, sometimes we do this to ourselves. Sometimes we let things develop. We become lazy. We start forgetting how to analyze certain situations. And the most important thing is that we forget that we're able to take a step back, look at the situation outside of ourselves and realize that, hey, I could just do this, this, and this, and it would all go away. Sometimes it's as easy as that. Sometimes you just can't let go because of X, Y, and Z. Again, it's an individual thing. Now, when it comes to actually solving your problems, besides the fact that I have just stated, take a step back and realize that sometimes it's your fault, sometimes it's not your fault, sometimes you just look inside yourself and be like, oh, I just gotta do this. Sometimes you just gotta have a little buddy hanging around with you, right? Libra energy exists for a reason. Sometimes some things are just better with other people. Teamwork makes the dream work. Get your buddies, sort things out, take a weekend, bang it out, and boom, you're done. Having someone to bounce ideas off of, concepts, or this, that, and third, or just talking to, actually make things easier to actually sort out and deal with. So sometimes you just gotta have a little buddy. So yeah, if you guys like this video, you guys know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video out. Let us know if there's anything you guys want us to talk about next. And until next time, fly high, y'all.